Welcome viewers, welcome to Edubench Lite video tutorial. In the last session we have discussed few functions related to account that involves fees and the fee related to the school management, fee structure, fee setup, how to pay the student fee, how you can have discounts for different student, how to check the due fee of all the students, and how you can record the parent commitments related to the fee, payment of the fee. There is one more function in the accounts that records all the expenses and the category of expenses that your school is bearing, that your school is involved in. So this function is basically, you can find this under the accounts tab. You have one more tab over here, expense type and payment. So this tab is responsible for recording all the expense details and payments that your school is involved in. So how to use it, I'll be showing this in this video. Simply click on the expense type and payment. Under this, if you have already recorded, simply click on the search part. If you want to newly record all the expenses, click on the add part. And if you already have some of the expense type, click, as I have already entered few details, simply click on the search expense type. It shows me that I have expense type called billing, and its information is provided over here, like it is related to electricity, telephone, water bill, etc. One is driving vehicle maintenance, all services and maintenance of bus and other vehicles used by school. So like this, I can have expense type information recorded in the software. And expense payment, I have not yet provided any payment, so it is showing me none of it is being recorded. So simply to add the new expenses type and payment, click on the add over here. Give an expense type. For example, your school is involved in some kind of expense. For example, you can have different expenses for your school, like your school is paying the building rent. School is not owing a building, so it is paying the building rent. So I'll give expense type as building rent. In the information description, I can provide it in the description the details like monthly rent given uh, to the tenant, whatever, or given to monthly rent given for school building. So like this I can record the information. Simply click on the add, transaction completed. So the expense type is recorded over here. Now I'll select the expense type from here, expense date, like for the month, for the day, this is for 1st July 2013. Billing, the amount, like 1500. In the note I'll provide the details of the billing, like it is uh, the bill is like, for an example, electricity bill for the month of June. So I can provide the details in the note block over here, give the amount that is generated for the school. So this is how I record a particular payment, particular expense payment. So this tells over here that the expense type is billing. Under the billing, the expense date that has been occurred, that I need to pay the bill of June, that is generated and given. The bill came to school on 1st July 2013. The amount was 15,000. In the electricity note I can give all kinds of details that will be helpful for me to understand what this payment is all about. I can give it over here, like, and then I'll simply add it like this, transaction complete. Now when I search, I simply need to search expense payment by selecting the type over here, payment from, for example, what all are the payments that I need to give from June. I simply select that from 10 June till 10th July, what all payments related to the billing is there for the school. When I click on the search expense payment, I'll have the details over here. Like, there are two billing. One billing is generated on 11th June and one is on 1st June. So it is for electricity bill. So likewise, I can record uh, one more expense type, or already if there is different kind of expenses that are being occurred. So this particular module, this particular function is basically to add the categories of expenses your school is involved in. What all categories of expenses you want to add, you can add it over here, provide the description and simply click on the add. So the category you can select by clicking on the scroll bar over here, like the building rent. Expense date, for example, is like it is to be paid, it is the expense date is like 16 June July 2013. Building rent is, for example, is like 10,000. You can provide the details like monthly rent, or you can tell building rent for the month of June. You can give the details and you can add it over here. From search you can again find out like building rent, search expense payment. From this date till this date you don't have any payment, so it is showing none of it. So you have a payment from July. So from the date 3rd June 2013 till date 10th June 2013, if you have any building rents, you can simply click over here and it shows you that you have a expense type like building rent, monthly rent, like this. So you can simply give the amount as well and check, like from 1st June till August you have all the expense payment related to billing, building accounts. These are the details that expenses your school has incurred. You need to pay all the amount related to the expenses. So this is how you add the expenses and you search your expenses over here. uh, this is this all are the details related to the accounts part. There is one more tab like reports, where you can find detailed accounts information and all the parts of the software, all the information related to software in a proper and detailed format. So now let us continue our video with the reports part and see what all reports you can generate with this software. Now let us begin with the expense part itself. Just now we have seen that you have added few expense categories, few expense type and few amounts that your school has already incurred. So you can see, if you want to see that what all expenses your school is involved in, simply need to click on the report. Under report you can find a lot of options, under which you simply need to click expense part over here. So once you click on expense part, you simply need to give a date, from date and a to date. This from this date till this date, it shows you your expense report. So I want to check my expenses, the school expenses, what all expenses that are incurred from the school, that a school is having. I need to check. For example, I want to check from February 2013 till uh, July 2000 July 31st, for an example. So I need to give the date from this date till this date, the expenses I want to check. After giving the dates, I need to click search. So once I click on the search, a neatly given report will be shown to me. If there are number of pages, a lot of reports are there, I can have a lot of pages. I need to click next page and see other pages. Now I have just one page. So it is showing me that this was the expense date, the expense bill was this much, amount was this much, the description is electricity bill. There is one more date, this is also related to the electricity bill, and there is one more date, the expense name is building rent, amount is this much. So building rent is this much. So at the end of the report I can find my total expense amount over here. So this helps the concerned authority of the school a lot to find out the total expenses from a particular date to a particular date that a school is having. If you want to print this report, simply click on the print button and have a proper setup for printer, and the this report will be printed to you on the printer. Otherwise you can simply save it in a different formats, like you can save the same file in Excel format. Click on this, give a name, Excel name, and select the particular location on your system where you want to save it. The same file will be saved in PDF format as well, and in Word format as well. So this is how you see the report related to the your expenses. Suppose I want to see how many students are, particularly how many students are studying in a particular class. So for those details, I under the reports I have registration bar. I'll click on the registration bar over here. So I want to see from in this academic year from January 1st till July 31st. I want to see from this date till this date how many students have taken admission in LKG standard, for an example. So I can simply provide the dates, select the standard, click on the search button. It shows me these all the details of the students. You can see entire details of the student is being shown to me who belong to LKG standard. And if I want to see just the summary report, I'll simply click the summary report from this date till this date and search. It shows me the summary report, shows me all the students information of all the standard. You can find from this date till this date. You can see I have given the two dates. In the 10th standard only one student has registered. From 4th standard one student, LKG standard 2 students, UKG 1 student. Total there are 9 students who are studying in my school right now. So likewise, when you feed the data, after feeding the data you can find all the complete details of the student by clicking from the date till date and the particular standard, and click on the detailed report and simply search it, and you can find the details of the student, complete details of the student in this registration report function. If you want to print this detail, click on the print. If you want to save it in other format, click on the save bar over here and select the format, give the file name, and simply save it on your system. So this was the second function, that the report under the reports registration function. So likewise you have different functions. There is one more function called attendance function over here, attendance report. You can simply click the student attendance and find out a particular student's attendance by providing the details over here, and from also give the date from which date you want to see the attendance of the student. So you can see, so on this date, on the particular date, this particular student is present. Likewise you can even see your employee details, employee attendance details as well. Click on the employee attendance over here, click from which date till which date you want to see employees attendance. For an example, I want to see the particular employees attendance from 16 January 2013 till 11th July 2013. So the employee name I need to select for whom I want to see the attendance details. After selecting the details, I'll click on the search, and I can see that particular Khalil ul Rahman was present on this particular date. His mobile number is this thing, and his attendance date is this, time is this much, and on this day he was present, on this day he was absent. I can take the attendance report by clicking on the print button over here, or I can even save it in different format. So this function helps if you want to take a student's attendance record and show it to the students, and if you want to keep a record of the attendance of your employees, and if you want to print it, you can print it from the reports part. So likewise you have one more function over here, report function called sales report. And as you have seen that some schools, in my previous videos you have seen that if your school is involved in selling few of the products, you can use the inventory part over here, set up all the category and items that your school is involved, and inventory sales you can give, you can take print, you can simply pay, generate receipts and give to the particular parents. This function was used for the sales part of the school. Now for the particular sales, if you want to generate reports, go to the reports block over here, click on the sales report, and sales summary report and sale detail report. You can find two functions over here. If you want sales summary report, simply select that, select particular month, like you want the sales from February till July, 11th February to 11th July. Select the dates, give the search, click on the search. You can find of entire details of your sales from 11th February till 11th June 2013. Like this is the bill number, this is the student, this is the class, this was his total bill, this much as discount was given to him, total after discount, paid amount. This is even you can as well see like uh, uh, when the person returns the particular product, even that was recorded in the inventory part, in the return part. So that amount is shown over here like with a minus sign, like minus 320, that amount was returned. So along with the return, all the deduction at the end, you can find there was a total sales of 320 that was generated from this date till this date. So your school has a total sales amount of 320 from the particular date till this particular date. So this is how you see the reports related to the sales part. There is one more part called transport report. When you click on the transport report, if you click on the particular section, particular student, the particular student details will also be shown in the transport report part. Like this particular student with the enrollment number has a vehicle, is allotted to the particular vehicle, and this particular vehicle number is shown, his route is shown, and from this month till this month this particular student is availing the bus services. So this function will be used to generate the report that is involved in the taking, that is, it generates the report of all the students who are taking the bus services from the school. You can simply print it from here or save it in different formats. Now there is one more report function called fee discounts. If you click on the fee discounts, you can see there are monthly fee, all the stuff is there. And if you want to see the fee discount for a particular student, for an example, say student is 1004. So if you want to see the fee discount of the student, select from which month till which month you want to see the discount, click on the search bar. So you can see that this particular student and who belongs to the first standard has been given a discount of on monthly occurrence, for that is applicable from August. The discount is given on tuition fee this much is the discount amount. So all the details that were recorded in the discount part will be shown in the discount report over here. So likewise you can give the details and generate a report, take a printout and have a record, or otherwise save it in different format and keep it in your system. So there are few more functions like fee report. Once I click on the fee report, I need to select the particular student's enrollment number, and I need to select the month from which till which month I want to see the fee report, and I'll click search. So it shows me the entire details of the student. It will be that will be shown to me in the fee report, like the student called Neha who has enrollment number this much, standards who belongs to section A, fee structure is this much, fee occurrence is this much, fee amount is this much, so payment mode was this, check date is this. So entire details of fee report will be shown to me under the fee report part. So likewise, I can select different students, different fees, and I can generate reports, and then I can take printout, or I can save it in different formats. So due fees part, there is one more option called due fees. If I want to see due fees of a particular student, I'll give his enrollment number and I'll click on the search part. So once I click on the search part, I can see that the student named Khalid, whose enrollment number is 1003 and his entire details is this much, has a total due fees for June and July month. So his total due fees is 1400. So this is how I generate the due fees for particular students, and I can click on the print and give the printout, or I can save it in different formats. So there are two more functions left in the reports. One is the trial balance and one more is the duplicate receipt. So duplicate receipts, it so happens that sometimes parent needs one duplicate receipt of the fee in order to show the expenses in the income tax of the office, or show the bills to the office, or whatever is their requirement. So it so happens that sometimes school should have the capability to provide the duplicate receipts as well. So whenever they ask for the duplicate receipts, you can simply click on the reports, come to the duplicate receipt, click on the duplicate receipt, select the enrollment number of the student, or select individual details if you don't remember the enrollment number. The advantage of remembering the enrollment number is that just if you click on the enrollment number, his details will be automatically dragged and from the software, and it will be shown to you. So search receipt, it is showing no record, you need to give the receipt number. So for example, I have a receipt number, whatever, for example the bill number, whatever bill number, I should click the bill number over here, and after clicking the bill number, the receipt will be generated to me. I'll pay a student's fee and show you this part, or like accounts. For example, I have a student who will be just now paying his fee. For an example, a student 1004 is Javid is paying his fee just now, September fee, for an example. So pay, yes, okay. So the bill number, I just need to remember the receipt number. You can see the receipt number is provided over here. The receipt number is 5. So once the receipt number is there, you can go to the reports part and create the duplicate receipt. Just give the enrollment number of the student, and give his receipt number. Once you give the receipt number and generate the receipt, his duplicate receipt will be generated over here. You can see the duplicate receipt with all the details. Just click on the print and take a printout and give the duplicate receipt to the parents, or you can save it in other formats and give a printout. So the one more very important function in the reports is the trial balance. So one of the best feature of this software is, once you record all the details and once you start using this software for each and every function of your school, if you are entering your accounts information, you are using this software to record your expenses, you are using this software to record your sales information, you are using this software to record the student fees as well. So each and every transaction you are recording with this software. And if the owner of the school just wants a trial sheet, the balance sheet, what you call the profit and loss sheet, if he wants to have the balance sheet with him, if he wants it, you can simply click on the trial balance over here, give the date from which till which date he wants the balance sheet. For example, I want the balance sheet from 11 till January till 11 July, and click on the search part over here. So this is the trial balance report. In this report you can see that payment for expenses, the debited amount was this much expenses on the transaction date was this much, inventory purchases were this much, sales were this much, inventory suppliers were this much, student fees is this much. So all your transactions will be recorded over here, and at the end you can see the profit and loss statement over here. Now you have your school is at a loss. According to this, it is at a loss of minus 24,000 rupees, 24,660. So this usually you see that it takes lot of time for your accountant to give your balance sheet, but using this software with just a single click you can get your balance sheet whenever you want, from whatever date you want. If you provide your details, if the software has enough details of your school, simply by clicking on the one search button, and by clicking on the print you can simply generate your balance sheet and see whether your school is in a running under your school is having profits or your school is going at a loss. That's it for now. Thank you.